Here we go. This is how our show ends.
Can we clear out? Can we just clear out for Henson on this one?
Show us that sign here, John, to show us who the last team is for resolutions.
You know, I had a old girlfriend, and she said, "I wish you started like you finished." And so that is my New Year's resolution for the North Carolina Tar Heels. We've seen furious comebacks. They're down 20 against Dayton. They win. They were three-pointer away at Fogg. They were down 18 at UCLA, and they found a way to win. Imagine if they had this sense of urgency when the ball tips. The defensive and offensive aggression just, goes to another level when their backs are against the wall. So if they can find a way to duplicate their finish like they started, now we're talking about an NCAA tournament lock, which they're going to have to win 14 to 16 games in the ACC for them to get to that point.
Right,
you know what I'm saying, John?
I cannot get that line out of my, that's all I'm going to be thinking about every time I watch Carolina now. It's John Henson's line about, the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, got to start. Hey, wish you start like you finish,
It's true. Hey, man, it's true. It's true. Jeff, but it's not just that. The obvious resolution is for heaven's sake, you should be looking at any available portal options for the front court now.
Sure. Go overseas. I don't care where you go. Send your entire staff, okay? Send Sean May and Marcus Page and Brad Frederick and Jeff Lebo, all of them. Send them out over the holidays and just say, hey, don't come back until you bring me a big man. I don't care who it is. Bring me a big man from Lithuania, Croatia, Serbia. All of you, bring me one.
Come on.
Bring me one big. We'll find a way to raise the money for NIL. I would say this, though, on a serious note. What I would do is I would just go small with those four guards because Ian Jackson, or as Tyler Hansbrough likes to pronounce it, In Jackson, is a legend. And he gives them that dude who can go get one.
What does he call him?
In Jackson. In Jackson.
In Jackson. In Jackson, baby.
Ball does go in a lot when he shoots, so Tyler might have something here.
He's good, man.
But again, listen, Cadeau, we know, can't really shoot, okay? As much as Hubert tried to convince everybody, probably including himself, at ACC Media Day, Cadeau can't shoot. So you got to surround him with guys who can. So Ian Jackson, RJ Davis, Seth Trimble, at least you got three guys out there that can take some pressure off. I would play those four guards and whatever big you want to throw out there and press and press and press. And I think that's your best way. Honestly, that's your best chance. And yeah, you're going to get killed in the glass. But you know what? And it's the opposite of Roy Williams. That's the crazy part, right? If they do that, it's the complete opposite of how Roy played. But I think that given your personnel and what you have on this team, that's your best chance to win games.
John, one more point from you on anything that they could do to resolve things.
Yeah, the brand, I don't think it should be hard to get it. There's kids that their dream school is North Carolina, so it kind of does confuse me that they didn't have one big guy or someone to come in and fill that role, whether it was the money or maybe they thought they would be okay. Maybe they allocated asset. This is a pro team, essentially, how you have to manage a college basketball program, right? If you don't have any money, at North Carolina, kids may not come, unfortunately. So they've got to go find a big. I think they will. They can literally say, hey, look, there's nobody else for us to play. So you get to play 25 to 35 minutes at the big man school, which is going to have a spotlight on the big man next year. If I was a 5-star recruit, I'd be running to Chapel Hill.
Here's mine. Hubert Davis, send Chapel Bill a Christmas card. Become best friends with Chapel Bill Belichick. Become best friends. Just have a great relationship with him. Say all the nice things. Both of them, if they're both friendly, why? Because I'm looking at I'm pulling
He's
out
got a
my
lot of
credit
money.
card.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
pulling
got a
out
lot
my
of
credit card.
Ooh.
And you know what? Chapel Bill's going to produce a lot of revenue. Not that Hubert doesn't have it, but you can always use more of it. And ask SEC basketball coaches how having good relationships with football helps you in your wallet and what you can give people. Carolina, you cannot have this poor of a front court again. Why? Because the guy that's on this show right now, because of another guy that we have in our cast, the standards are too high for them to not have a good enough front court here. But I agree with you, Henson. Ian Jackson, Drake Powell, who I think can be a spark for them, and Cadeau playing under control. When he plays under control and he can't shoot the basketball well. Trimble, Seth, when you're not shooting it well, take the ball in the rim. There are pieces there. I still think they find a way in the tournament, but damn, heading into next year, this is not a Carolina team that sneaks into the back end of the tournament and makes the Final Four like a couple years ago. They don't have good enough size on the interior. I don't see it to do that.